Hey guys, Therma here for another build episode. We're gonna start off with a truck, and we're gonna get a truck and a trailer. I don't know if it's gonna be in one episode here. We'll see how far we get, and if we need multiple, we'll do it that way. But just having a trailer for different kind of modular missions and stuff like that, um, fire, rescue, refueling, or even just recovery, and having all of that functionality, try to get it in one trailer. We'll see how we do with it, and let's get to it. Alright, here we are on the workbench. We're going to start with the truck, and I don't know exactly how I'm gonna go with it. If it's gonna be beautiful, ugly, or what. We're gonna see how we do here with it. Sometimes my land vehicles are beautiful, and sometimes they are one of the most hideous things you've ever laid eyes on. So we'll see which one we get here. And we'll start off kind of with the hood area, I guess. That's what I'm doing. Not an area I normally start with, but always down to try new things here. So, alright, let's throw in some fancy work here. Alright. Probably put some 5x5 wheels on it. Have some nice wheel wells here. Wonder if I can work out some fender flares that'll look nice. Because this is just too much right here. If I do it this way, it's just too much. But I don't have half block increments, so I don't know. We'll figure something out maybe. If we need XML, we'll XML a little bit for that. Let us get a little visual interest going there. And throw another one of these there. And then have our bumper go right here. It needs to come all the way out here. And paintable signs. That'll help things out later on. For now, it's all white. It's all white. Here we go. There you go. All right. Now, this is coming way down. This is going to be a tall boy. Ah, I don't like that. Let's make it less of a tall boy. I'll just leave one line of signs. It'll be fine. But hopefully go for a more realistic height here. Also leaves us with plenty of room to mess with in here. So yeah, that'll be nice. Stick a nice engine in there. Have room for a turbo or a supercharger. We don't got turbos. That wheel well might need to go forward one. Let's see how it does. Yeah, it looks fine forward. That'll move this up. We don't need a stinking 50-yard long hood to look over. This is plenty big for a truck, I think. So now let's start making a roof line here. See if we can get some half decent looking out of this. Too long there. But I do want a kind of a crew cab, if you will. So let's go with, we'll say right there is the car door. So like, yeah, that'll work. All right, so we'll mimic door height here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we'll make the end of it rounded. There we go. Now I can get rid of all that. And put that there. And that is a large door. About the size of a real car door, though. Alright, well, let's put a nice floor in there. Driver's seat. And of course, that'll all connect up in there, nice and pretty. Let's see. We'll just go with the old standard seats here. That's terrible. I want to move that back. There you go. All right. So there's a nice big cab. Can't get to the driver's seat very well, but oh well. They'll be okay. From here, I mean, you could put in a window, but this is Stormworks, and I don't like the. I'd have to put a 3 wide window here, and then a window there, and I don't want. I don't want to do it, so I won't. Now, I will need to get at least RPS back and forth. So we'll throw that in the floorboard. Now we got a place for the RPS to go. The bed of the truck is going to extend that way. I don't need a long bed on this one, because the truck's going to be towing a trailer. Let's keep it to a really short little stubby thing like this. 1x4. Chuck that in there. And throw in this inverse pyramid. That looks really weird. Hate it. Well, I don't know, nothing no more. We'll put a middle. Now that leaves us with something that I'm not in love with, but I also don't hate. I think what I'm going to do is that right there. And I think this is going to be a really short, stubby wheelbase for a truck. I really want it to be stable. I hope it will be. If it's not, we're going to have some fun skidding around the map. All right. That is entirely too high. All right. Needs how many blocks there? 2? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, I'm gonna need 2 for the, because I want to keep that wheel arch looking nice. Well, that makes things a little bit more simple in this aspect. But what about using a 3x3 and throwing it to 0.2? Still need to at least drop it by 1 if I do that. So might as well just not do that and you know what? Just do whatever I want. All right. Here's that. Let's. Oh, it doesn't work if I drop it down by 1. Oh, that means that little section of the hitbox is cut out. I'm glad somebody was thinking when they made that. Nice. All right. So that means this one up here is also in need of special treatment. All right. Get you going there. T-piece. And how many? All right, there we go. There's a laughably short bed on a truck. Oh man, you poor little thing. I am gonna put a little bumper on this. No, wrong block, you idiot. There you go. So if I do that, how's that look? A little weird, a little crazy. That kind of gives it a little bit of character at least, but still looks kind of weird. That makes it look even weirder. Goodness. I don't like that either because it doesn't match the bumper. Yeah, yep. But now this just looks like too much space. I'm probably majorly overthinking this. Let's just take it all back. And boop, boop, boop. How's that? Yeah, it's not terrible. I'm not going to say I'm in love with it yet. Alright, now let's try to even all this out and make it look presentable. The most useless truck bed in the world there. Alright. Oh boy. Alright, let's take panel. Give number 1 and arrow button. Keep it on push. It's the door latch. And just keep the door. Too many words. And the rest are none. Nil. Negative. None. Alright, hit U. Mirror it. Get it over there. Merge it. And then from there, it's using my panel to door. Gotta use 2 of them because I got 2 separate dealy bobs there. We'll need to go into each of these and input a. Alright, untoggled. Let's say 0.15 and then 1. Let's see, 0.15, 1. No. No, I did that wrong. Untoggled is 1. Toggled is going to be 0.15. Alright, now go in these, and I'm going to make these push to toggle. Just add that in between. There and there. Be OCD about it. Make them all evenly spaced. Come over here, do the same thing. Which, by the way, if y'all ever want to see me make a microcontroller for something, let me know. Those are pretty easy to make right there, but I use them in almost all of my land vehicles for doors and whatnot, so let me know. All right, now let's go in here, flesh out our wheel wells. Make it look like an actual vehicle there. Come over here and we're gonna actually cut out this portion right here. Paste it back in. This is gonna be our hood. Let's see. We'll need to see what we use to trigger it to do all that. All right, we got big beefy front end on this thing. So let's see what we can do. I don't know, I don't like how it looks the way it is. It sticks out too far, but I don't want it to be flush either because I think that will look even weirder. We'll test it real quick. The more I look at this, the more I don't like it. Alright, that's better, I think. I feel like this angle's too aggressive. I can do it with 1x2s and see what I think. 1, 2, 2. Might be a little bit weird looking. Won't be able to get this flush then. Yeah, now that just looks backwards. I need that angle right there. I can't get it. I need a 1.5 wedge. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Alright. Well, it is what it is. So what we got here now is space for a transmission and engine. See how well our powertrain fits in here. Let's just kind of build it out backwards here. I'm gonna want at least that many gears. I think I can just make a modular boxer engine. Let's start off with 6 cylinders and see how much power that outputs for us. If it's enough, great. If not, that's the nice thing. You can add more on top there. I'm just going to throw these on. Make it look the part in here. Maybe we'll put that one on this away so we can get another connection that's easy to manage. I can make this go out here just a little bit. I can scoot this engine back and I'll have room for a radiator up front and make it more realistic. I mean, not that a 6-cylinder boxer engine is the most realistic for a truck anyway. What are these other blocks here? That'll work. All right, cool. Now this is a pretty easy connect up right here. Whoop, and still managed to mess it up. Cool. Now I got easy connection here on the front of it for one of them's going to be air for sure. Want that for maybe I'll put one actually under here for air. See if I can get that pump. Yeah, try pump. That'll work better for you. There we go. Get a nice air filter on it. There we go. It is supercharged. Voila. All right, now yeah, that'll be the best way to hook up that transmission. We are gonna get fuel to the back here. I always put my fuel on this side while we're looking at that. Here's the starter. All right. Coolant. Which way do I want it to go? Do it this way. Which way these impeller connections go? That goes RPS. 10. So it's going to go up that way. But I need you to have the RPS down, but I need the fluid connections here. This ain't gonna work. All the orientations are perfectly wrong for this to actually do anything. Well, just not enough room for that. But if we shuffle this around, let's nick that out of there for a second. Just see how far down that goes. Too far. Okay. Other options are just don't have cooling or See if we can get by with the impeller in a less than ideal position here. Okay, come here, you. Alright, fluid out, you're going straight to the radiator. Fluid in. Yeah. Terrible, inefficient plumbing again. And sometimes you pay a price for making things look half decent. Making things somewhat small. But on the bright side, land vehicles are probably some of the best for not needing cooling. So on the bright side, we're in good shape in that way. Oh shoot, we got all this space up here. Don't need all that. Yeah, some of that was just to mount the pump on that side. But yeah, on both sides, reclaim some space in there. Now it breathes a lot easier in here. Almost enough to put two engines side by side. That'd be fun. Alright. Let's make sure we got that as a closed system. He's got little horns. He's adorable. Okay. So far, I'm digging it overall. Not too bad. I'm gonna throw some detail on this grill just for a second and see what I can get away with. Paint to paint to paint. It's exciting. This is the gameplay we all wanted. Logo there. It's a squashed version of it, but it'll work for this one. Now I think put little vertical bars in here. Might need more than that to make it look right. I don't know that yeah, yeah, yeah. Looks pretty good actually. Might go with a darker. Make those pop a little less. We'll test it with the color of whatever we paint the truck and see about that later. Make it look like a 3x3 wheel on there. Yeah. That's a 125 look there. Feels a little bit better, but I don't know if we need larger tires on this. Yeah, it doesn't need it, but we're gonna do it anyway. Oh, now. Let's change these to high speed. High speed tires offer the least amount of resistance while rolling on the ground, and also just in general, the grip given by the other wheels is not worth it unless you're making something like a literal tractor. So this thing is a-okay. Now, I haven't worked on a single system here. So what we're gonna need from you, mister, is let's throw an old-fashioned alternator on here. I'm getting back to using these things once in a while. Just make that thing crank out some power. Battery, where I want my battery to go. Say no more. Perfect. All right. Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't figured it out, this is kind of based off of more like a little sport truck. Just very small, efficient package, but powerful enough to get some stuff done. So let's finish out this engine area, and where am I going to put my fuel? All right, out this side, we're just going to do pipe, hose anchor, and call it good. Oh, well, that actually works. Come here, you. There you go. I hate it when I turn that off and forget to turn that back on. But in this case, well, we already splitting this thing into 5 different directions. Let's split it another. Enclosed, and pop. There you go. Fuel line connected. That needs to be across because I'm weird and I like to vent my... Is that the wall? That is the wall. That's fortunate. That means I'll be able to just go... Hold on. Time to go home. Alright. Now... I think I'm gonna make a little console looking thing there. Key. It's the absolute goated way to start and stop your engine right there is the key. Alright, now we go. There. What's our viewpoint gonna look like here? Roughly there ish. Somewhere in that range. So I'll be able to see a dial pretty much all the way across here. So let's say we got RPS, we'll say to 12 RPS, and then miles an hour because America. Alright, I'll just put you to 100 miles an hour because if we're going faster than that in this, we've got some major issues. Alright, now I think I'll just put a little number panel over here for all sorts of stuff. Think, let's see, I got room all on this side over here to put some little buttons and stuff for other things too, so you're going there, buddy. So now I can put my parking brake and hood latch. Alright, which one do I want to be which? Oh, let's make the parking brake be the farthest one down, farthest one away. We'll make one above it directly. Oh, we'll make that the hood latch. Number them accordingly. Otherwise, my poor brain gets confused. Want to see what we want for the rest of these. Might just be blank on those. In which case, I'll change these to 1 and 2. But that's still visible enough to where you could know without a manual to look for it there. Now these bad boys are gonna be some information. Let's see. Do our engine temp on this one. Here, I'll do engine temp on this one actually. And then on this one, we're gonna do fuel. We're just gonna say 160 liters as a baseline there. We'll say 0 to 1 for battery. What do I want this to be? Have it be an indicator. You can have it be like our brights indicator for our headlights there. Give something for the passenger to hang on to there. Okie doke. I think we'll do that. Now we have blinkers and brake light, tail light. Now, gotta start putting some meat on the bones here. All right, got that squared away. Let's get out our engine controller. I'll put that. We'll put that up here in a second. Let me do that. Just so we can get all this stuff up here. We'll do 13 so we can make sure we get up to the desired RPS. All right, composite. So we'll hang on to the starter for a second. Throttle is going to come from WNS. RPS is right there, which we can also route to that while we're at it. Fuel down to the bottom. Air down front. Which, yes, okay, well, don't have room to do what I normally do, so this is going to be, it's going to sound like a dying duck for the first few minutes when you try to start it. That's what's going to happen. So ignition comes from the key. The key needs to be set to 0.2, and it is the ignition. Good. Engine temp, that'll go to a microcontroller. Already got the composite hooked up, and there's the engine controller. Now, steering is something we will want. Generally advisable for vehicles to have. Say, limit you to 100. grab you. And then grab you. So now we got you and you. And you. Two. Alright. We got left wheel. And right wheel. Now we got a function block here for braking. Negative x times 1.5. No, not 1.5. 0.15. Decimal points matter, kids. Now, clutch controller. We'll go to this one. Just runs off the RPS of the engine and smoothly applies the clutch as the engine RPS rises. 3.5 sounds good to me because this won't reach that probably. If it does, it won't create any appreciable amount of thrust forward. Set her down there. Alright, got some minimal stuff on the underside here hanging out. We need our exhaust. Alright, let's route the exhaust out. Actually gonna just do this right here. Down. Back. Go up right here. And through maybe. I don't know. Let's do it right here. Pipe it over. One more, and let's see if we can throw that on there. I'll throw a couple catalytic converters on there, kind of make it look like a muffler under there. Looks kind of hideous right there, but I can't get past here very easily. Well, yeah, I can. Yeah, I can. If this idiot would think about things for more than 1/2 a second, we'd be in a good shape. Yeah, there you go. All right. Throw the cats back on. Exhaust. Two centered. Come over you. Let's go out that way and that way and that way and boom. There you go. And it kind of looks like a truck. That's pretty nice. Ta-da! Look at that. Perfect. Now, I got a truck now, and we have engine, brakes, speedometer, steering, clutch is in there. We will need the microcontroller for transmission right here. This is for a Ford 4R100 transmission, which actually, instead of putting it in this way, let me save this and actually no, I don't have to save it quite yet. That means I'd have to decide on a name, and that's not going to happen right now. Alright, here's our setup here. We need this guy. I think just like it is good. Sticker in. Just like that. And you did a transmission swap. You didn't even know it. Now I need to go to a driver's seat. Up, down. Set the reset here. That's my reverse gear. Here's my microcontroller right here. Now that needs to be connected to the engine RPS and the up down on the driver's seat right here. The rest of it is all connected there. No need to connect all that. The rest of this is useless junk. Goodbye. I said goodbye. Okay. Alright, everything's looking to be in order. Now to hide all of these microcontrollers in various places. Alright, underside looks promising for a good portion of them here. Let's take engine microcontroller being the largest first. Okay. One down and like 6 more to go. Can I fit you there? I can fit you there. There you go. Now we got engine and transmission next to each other, so if things go wrong, fix that part. Now, steering, it's kind of nice because you're going to be able to fit just about anywhere, as will most of the others here. I can fit you in the floorboard, along with the rest of the body. I mean, what? Yeah, we could fit you down there too. Let's take that. Go down. Okay. I did forget this one. Might just put this straight in. How about right there? There we go. Now we got headlights right here. Hang on. Hang on. That's not the right microcontroller. That's the microcontroller. Well, snap. He's going to be large. Alright, we're switching things up. Let's put the engine controller on the hood, because that's where it makes sense. And, transmission. I've got room on the hood for you too. Congratulations, you're being promoted to hood ornament. Now let's just kind of hit, 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 hit. Yeah, here we go. Now, where was I? Right there. Yes, headlights. There, there. I added any electrical components, just the transmission. Now, toggle's gonna be switch to. Front left. Right tail light, turn signal. Brake lights are gonna be there, there, and there. Left tail light, turn signal. Low beam, high beam. And you, sir, are the right front turn signal. Seat. Go in here. Might need to add a node to say when high beams are on. Yeah, when high beams are on, we want to send out a on-off signal to that indicator. So we need one node. Need you to be an output. Throw you right over. Yeah, we'll throw you over here with all the other outputs, but right there. A nice, easy way to do it there. Now from here we have panel, panel. I think that's it for all that. Alright. I don't know what I'm doing no more. Yeah, I record these videos late at night, so brain not all worky. Yeah, I can't do it that low. It's gonna have to be right there. Not gonna be a flush bed on the truck. Tailgate. Now dial off, off, off. Don't want you, don't want you, don't want you. Okay. Now I'll grab panel to door again. Stick ya under there. And say 0 and 1. And we'll make you push to toggle here. Do, 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 do. And add electricity. And those are going to look good. All right. Now we're going to go through here and paint up some of these areas here. And then when we get it sufficiently painted, we're going to just do the replace color thing to get all of it colored quickly, because I don't want to spend forever coloring it. Do a lighter color for the bed here. Need to, that'll get colored a different color there, unfortunately, because the base of the pivot can't be colored more than one thing. Kind of a bummer, but that's the way it rolls. Um, Alright, gray wheels. I think we're gonna be coming to the end of this episode here pretty soon. Let's see if this may not look good. We're gonna check it out anyway. Now, I don't know if I'm gonna keep that black stripe there or not. We'll take a look at that later. Let's get some interior colors going here. Go walls with this lighter tan. Yep, there you go. And that tan's going all the way up. So there's some color. Now I'm going to paint the dashboard nice dark colors. What? Just paint it all tan. Shoot, man. I don't care. Let's do it. There you go. Alright, now let's take this tan. Take that tan and just darken it down to a nice brown like that. Paint this in a carpet. Now we have color. Some nice gentle shading differences, and then we take this tan and lighten it a bit. And have a nice light colored roof there. Just gives it a nice gradient of color. kind of gentle without blaring. Anything at you there? Okay, what color do I want this truck to be? Blue's not bad. I mean, except for the part where the headlights decided to become too dark. Let's go about there. That'll get some nice brightness to him without absolutely blinding everybody. To put in a parking brake. Wait. That's what this is for. Now we need, what do we need? What's it called? Did I make one for 2 on-off? Just 2? There we go. That's what I need. I'm gonna put that on that. Okay, what did I have as one? Hood latch. So now we need a switch box. And yes, I could make this more compact, but these are just the pieces of logic I have laying around. Makes it easier to just plug and play. Here's our composite going into there. And the other one is parking brake. I'm gonna just step in here real quick and put it on a knot. So it's a parking brake release. Not. That way it's on when you spawn the vehicle in. Now, you, mister, need to be at, we'll say, okay, if one is straight up, we say we'll go about 6'5". Probably good enough to get a good view of the engine. Do we handle you for the angle and everything? Yeah. Alright. Well, this hasn't turned out too bad so far. Haven't tested how it drives at all. But we're gonna save this now. Gotta see where I'm at with my naming conventions here. I did make the 402. That thing is hideous. Yeah, backwards pickup truck. Did I make a 403? Should I just skip to the 404? 401. I don't see a 403, so I guess that's my next number. Got 400, 401, 402. All right. That leaves me at DIM 403. I think this one warrants having a nice name of some kind. I think I'll go with Rodeo. This gives a little wild ride here. Now we're gonna have to go in here, and I may have to add another gearbox to gear this transmission up or down, depending on how spiffy it is. Yeah, we're just gonna have to gun it, see if it kills us. All right, so make sure we got it saved here, and let's see how we do. Here we go. I think I'm gonna get rid of that black stripe or lower it, one of the two. Here's our door. Alright, it just looks like it's pushed up too far. Oh well. Yeah, this is the part where I wish I had room to put my pressure sensor. Something ain't right. It sounded like almost a pump wasn't on. Wonder what that could be. Must have been the wind. Alright, Donk Island Motors, Rodeo, save, spawn, and yeah, door exists, but who needs that? Haven't connected up anything for that yet, but we have a running engine, and a moving vehicle. Look at that. Look at you go. Something's up, cause you slow, man. Gears are not shifting with transmission. Want to see how things are hooked up in there. Might have missed a connection somewhere. Or missed a... Missed a trick. Yeah, that's why. I adjusted this one and not the one that actually... I copy-pasted this one, didn't adjust the one I actually put in. Alright. There you go. Alright. Here we go. Yep. Oh, it shifts. And, oh boy. It already wants to fly. No. Down, boy. Down, boy. Oh, good grief. Yeah, he's got a little too much pep in his step there. We're gonna just take you back in there. Where's that, need me my reduction gear. So we'll just put you that way and put you down to 2 to 1 for now. This is what we're gonna do. Let's see how that aims it down. Wait on you to spool up and get going. There you go. Yeah, we can still go highway speeds in it. That's pretty good. Any faster than that and it starts getting just more difficult to control without any real gain, because yes, you can build a vehicle that is extremely quick in storm where there is no guarantee that physics will not wig out and kill you in half a second with vehicle damage on. So there's brake lights. Now let's see. We have all that going on. Nice, nice. Turn that to a push button, and that'll work with just one button push instead of two. And then, what else was I gonna check? Yes. And we'll need to map that to bump that up. What else we got? We'll stick a horn in this. Okay. Push, push, push. We'll save it like that before we lose all of those little things that are hard to remember. Let's grab our buzzer here. Get it over to a horn. And space. Yep. Here we go. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take this out here. And put a connector right on it here. How's it gonna look if I do that? It's pretty good. All right. So from there, it'll have enough clearance to make sure nothing breaks physics to connect to it, and should be good. Yeah, well, there is part one. We have a working little truck here. Take it for a spin. I'll get these hooked up in a probably in the behind the scenes. Not too important, most of these, so what you want is some good performance here to tip yourself over and almost wreck. Yeah, that's what we're going for. So let's take it out on a roadway here, and yeah, it is kind of top heavy. That is one little minor thing here that I'm noticing. Might tone down the steering a little bit to see if that helps us out. Boing. Oh boy. Yeah, yeah, just a few little housekeeping issues, like the panel here and the hood deciding it doesn't want to work. But other than that, which I don't think I hooked up the pivots to it, that probably would be it. So, I think that's about all we got going. Alright, well, this has been a build series episode with Thermite. Hope you enjoyed it, and consider liking, subscribing, and if you want to see more, let me know. If you want to see different, let me know that too. I can do some tutorials as well if you want, and have a good one. We'll see you in the next video.